everybody, welcome back to the Mr. Monkey channel. Today I'll be talking about the rise of Tide. There is no fall, there's only rise. Over the years, technology has been able to make life easier for many people in many ways. Cars, smartphones, laundry detergents, they're everywhere. Now, gone were the old days where you had to jump in a river and wash your clothes. Laundry machines were a thing. Laundry detergents made it even easier for you to lose laundry machines. But one laundry detergent stood out. Tide. It stands out because of the fact that it can attract retards like moths to a light, and the fact that a craze had begun to sprung up about the eating and consumption of these goddamn pods. Chapter 1. The beginning of global empire. In 1930, a man named David Burley, this beautiful man, was determined to create a laundry detergent which could make cleaning even easier. His idea was to shorten the time in which people would have to use to wash down laundry with a soap that can be spread all over dirty laundry to clear all stains in record time. Now, he made the name Project X. With his unrelenting determination and the support of the Procter and Gamble company, Burley was going to change the world. But after 7 years, no new progress had been made, and so Procter and Gamble stepped out of the fray. Burley, however, was determined to make this project work. And so for the next 9 years, Burley made the project in secret without any support from any of the Procter and Gamble workers, executives, or anything. He was basically on his own. Now after those 9 years, he showed his working result to the Procter and Gamble executives. And oh my God, it was beautiful. To the executives, it was clear. Let's release this to the market as fast as humanly possible, but I had to come up with a snappy new name, because I don't think Project X would attract that much laundry cleaners, to be honest. And so, in 1946, Tide was released. Now, with the invention of the laundry machine, Tide became an instant hit with the people, and in only 3 years became the leading laundry detergent company in its country. And following that success, Procter & Gamble even put more time into Tide to try to create new mediums in which they could use. They actually experimented with the Tide Pods way before it was actually made in 2012, but due to difficulties ended up scrapping the project, then turning to soaps and squirt-on glue. Hell yeah. Chapter 3. Game Changer. In 2004, Procter and Gamble dove back into the science of how Tide Pod works after initially abandoning the project. And this time, they were determined to make it work. Technology has been able to make incredible statistics, and they knew that Tide Pod would be one of them. It wasn't easy though. The main problem that they encountered was that the plastic could not melt away enough for the laundry detergent to spread. Now, after hundreds of hours and more than 8 years, in 2012, they released the Tide Pod. And it was game-changing. It was really game-changing. Tide Pods created what was called the pod craze, in which other laundry detergent companies, started to create their own Tide Pods as a way to leap on the bandwagon of success. But it didn't have the same effect. Tide Pod was number one. Competition was obliterated. Chapter 4. The Forbidden Fruit. But it wasn't all well and good, and right from the start, a dark side began to emerge. On November the 17th, 2012, a mother brought home a case of Tide Pods from the local Costco and placed it on the kitchen counter. She then returned outside to the car to bring in the rest of the groceries in. She returned to a disaster. Inside the house, her 2-year-old daughter had opened the container and had bitten a chunk out of the Tide Pods. She was rushed to the hospital, coughing up soap and turning blue, just like my shirt. The hospital luckily saved her, even though she had to relearn and redo basic cognitive functions. The worst thing is, this is only one of them. Many other cases started to spring up, and as many as 8,000 children were brought to the hospital per year because they were poisoned by Tide Pods. Tragically, 8 died, with 6 of them being the Tide Pods. Most of the children who were poisoned and killed were also under the age of 6, which made it safe to assume that they thought that Tide Pods was another yummy treat, because let's be honest, they look really, really good. As a result, Procter and Gamble created a new opaque container instead of the colourful one that made Tide Pods look so appetizing. They also put in a bitter taste to the Tide Pods themselves as a deterrent as to not to swallow them. They also added new information on their website on how to use the product effectively without risking one's own health. Chapter 5. The Tide Pod Challenge. Retards can't stop themselves, can they? In the periods when thousands of children each year were sent to the emergency room, the internet community joked around with the concepts of intentionally consuming the pods. And though the memes themselves were quite innocent at the beginning, forums popped up advertising how tasty they looked and began poking fun at the idea of Tide Pod consumptions. How stupid. Let's step away from all this for a second and imagine yourself as a teenager, right? Done? Good. Now let's imagine you see memes about a consumption of a tasty looking candy. Doesn't seem too bad, right? But for some reason most don't dare to eat the thing. Well, you ask, why not? Why not eat the thing if it looks so tasty? And so you use your lunch money to go to the local shopping centre to buy a pack of these Tide Pod things. And you examine it. If you had eyes or a brain, you would realise that these are laundry detergents, not meant to be eaten. And if you had intellect, you would search it up before eating it, right? You would search it up before you put it in your body. If you did, well done. You have above room temperature IQ. But apparently for nearly 90 teens, they didn't get the memo. Following the meme sun surge in late 2017, the new year arrived, and the first 3 weeks of 2018, 86 cases of severe poisoning by the pods were made aware. The teens participating in the challenge would set up the recording device, such as the phone I have here, take the Tide Pod, and proceed to erase all traces of intelligent life on the film as they gag, chew, and swallow the pods, usually attempting to post it as fast as they could to any social media platform before they start to suffer the effects of eating a goddamn laundry detergent. The videos became viral, and the world was thrown into a state of moral panic. But in reality, the dome of stupidity didn't spread as far as most people assume. No. Now, due to the entire virtual world watching the autistic levels of events unfold, all social media platforms had to do something. YouTube decided to ban it, and with YouTube doing it, every other social media platform followed its lead. And thankfully, the trend died out. And although only 86 teens out of 7 billion people ate the pods, the event has been known as a symbol of how utterly stupid people can and will go to gain a little bit of clout online. Chapter 6. The Aftermath. Following the chaotic events of the start of 2019, Tide Pod sales inexplicably went up, as not only the event shot the name of Tide Pods into the public eye, but they did it in a good way, as everyone knew it wasn't Tide Pods' fault, but it was the goddamn teenagers' fault. As of today, Tide Pods make up 15% of a 7 billion annual revenue for laundry detergents. So even though it's been in the center of attention for a lot of wrong reasons, especially the eating thing, it has not overall affected the growth and development of this legendary company. I'm Kong, and thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, you should hit the like and subscribe button to get notified on new updates. Hit the bell as well. But if you don't, you can dislike, comment. I'll take all your queries to heart. Thank you, and have a nice day. Oh, you're still here? Well, this is next day calm. I recorded these on different days. And so I hope you liked the video. Even though it wasn't very descriptive, it was my first video, so please cut me some slack. For now, I'll meet you next time, but for now, I'll just say goodbye. Sorry for the disgusting background and also made some chapter errors. Apart from that, I think it was pretty good. Okay, bye.